don't worry about it. Just simply write it because you have a unique information and knowledge and wisdom that people might find value. Like you have gone from point A to point B. And with our service, we're not only helping our clients, we're also helping the readers who are reading their books. So it's kind of a snowball effect, like, or ripple effect that we are doing to the world. Like we are trying to change the world one book at a time.
Correct. Yeah, you're that bridge to something that. Thank you for tuning in to Visit Vegas Places with Coyal, where we showcase business owners and entrepreneurs in the fabulous city of Las Vegas and internationally. So take notes. This is Real Vegas, real topics, real business with real owners, and you just might hit the jackpot. Hello, Vegas. How you guys doing? I want to thank you guys for joining us this summer. Took the time out. You guys know I'm on break, but I'm giving you the summer bonus. And it is about books. As you guys was with us last week, we were out in Madison, Wisconsin with Kathy Haynes and her new book. Now I have a special for you guys. We are still venturing off, remember. So the summer bonus of Vegas Ventures Off, we will be venturing off today in India. Now, today, guest, I interview a businessman and best-selling author who has devoted his life to helping entrepreneurs, coaches, experts, and thought leaders just like yourself reach their fullest potentials in business and their brands by writing a best-selling book. That's right, best-selling. Know you guys out there have been asking me a lot of chefs that I have interviewed. You guys have your recipe books, and you guys were wondering what was the next step. Where do I go with it? A lot of you guys who are content creators have books about your life. You guys didn't know what step to take. I have this episode for you. So if you're looking to write a book or you have accomplished writing more than one book and you just don't have the knowledge of the next step to have it published and sold, this episode is for you. Now, let's welcome Vikrant Shaurya, founder and CEO of Authors on Mission. And he's also the author of How to Write a Bestseller. Vikrant, out of India, you guys remember, he took the time to be with us from India. Thank you for joining us, Vikrant.
Hey, Coyal, thank you so much for this warmth welcome. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm so excited to have a conversation with you about books, about all the things that you want to discuss.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now, quick advice. I always pull out quick advice before I start. I need quick advice for writers or anyone out there who's produced a book or product of a book, and they haven't took the next step because they're thinking that it takes thousands of bucks to get there. I also thought the same, that, okay, I got to get characters drawn out and all this. And I'm assuming it's thousands of bucks, which would prolong my process. What would be some quick advice for those who are thinking that?
So when you say next step, exactly where is the audience right now? Have they written the book or are they in the process of writing the book?
The product is finished, it's completed, and they don't know where to go because they're assuming it's thousands of bucks.
Mm-hmm. Right. So there are some of the steps that they can follow. So once the book is written, you have to make sure that it is professionally written. At the same time, you have to make sure there are no grammatical mistakes. So you need, like, there is no, whether I should do it or not, you must get a professional editor or a proofreader who can fix all the grammatical mistakes so that eventually the book should look professional, right? The book should be extremely professional so that people can actually get value from the content. Otherwise, people might judge the content, the actual content, based on the grammatical mistakes. So you have to make sure that the book is professionally done, and it means that it is professionally copy edited, proofread. Once this is done, the next step is the cover designing, the book interior designing. So let me tell you the difference. So the front cover that you see, whether on Amazon or any bookstore, the front cover, the back cover, this actually includes the exterior designing or the book cover designing. And you can either do it yourself, or I would recommend you to get a professional cover designer, because whether people say, like, a lot of people say that people don't judge a book by its cover, but people do.
True.
So always get a professional cover designer. So you can get someone from Upwork or Fiverr, like just check out their ratings and reviews and find someone. Like it can take maybe $10 to $100 depending on exactly what your budget is. But cover is extremely important. And then you also need book formatting or the interior designing, right? So
Mm.
um, like if you're going with the ebook or the
Mm-hmm.
paperback, so for in both the cases the formatting is different, so depending on the
Okay.
platform. So if you're going with ebook formatting, so the book should looks good on the mobile devices or the Kindle devices. And if you're going with maybe the paperback or the hardcover version, again, the interior and the like each and every pages, it should look really good.
Right.
So again, you need a professional book formatter. So I highly recommend finding someone like who have done it maybe hundreds of times,
Correct.
because you have written a really really good book, but just to make sure that people see the worth of the book and they actually buy the book, you have to invest in this thing.
Hmm.
um, so once the product is ready, the packaging is extremely important, and all the book cover designing and the book
Right.
formatting, all of this comes in the book packaging, right? So
Okay.
exactly how do you package the book? So once these steps are done, then you can take care of the ISBN. You can get an ISBN. If you're going with self-publishing like kdp.amazon.com, then
Mm-hmm.
you can get an ISBN over there for free. Um, or if you need your own ISBN, then I would recommend bowker.com.
Okay.
It is bowker.com, where you can get an ISBN, I think for $100 or something. Now, once this is done, the next step is again the publishing and the distribution process. And just make sure that all the files you have are ready. Like this includes the cover file, the interior file. Once these files are ready, then I highly recommend, if you're going with self-publishing, go to simply publish the book on Amazon. And for that,
Right.
go to kdp.amazon.com, which stands for Kindle Direct Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So simply go to kdp.amazon.com. If you already have an Amazon account, you just simply have to use that to log into that. You just have to provide some information over there. It hardly takes maybe more than like less than half an hour. And then once this is done, then you can simply upload the ebook, upload the paperback, and your book would be ready to like available for the world to read. So these are the steps involved. If the product is ready, then the next two steps we have covered is the packaging,
Right.
which includes the cover designing, the formatting, the author bio, the description, and then comes the publishing part. Like so, we have
Mm.
covered 3P. Like product is already done,
Right.
packaging, and then comes the publishing. So
Okay.
yeah, these are the next steps once the product is done.
Wow, you know, you see, audience, this man has so much wisdom he gave within 7 minutes of just introing. I haven't even got to the first question. He gave us so much nuggets, so many. Now, Vikrant, what started your mission to actually just have the purpose to help others produce bestsellers?
I would I would say that it wasn't intentional. Like I didn't think in the beginning that this is my passion, this is my mission to help people become authors. It
Mm-hmm.
was never like that. I would call myself an accidental author. I became an accidental author. Why?
Okay.
Because I was a college dropout and I had a lot of debt and I had to pay my bills. So I was discovering like ways to make money online, and then I discovered
Right.
self-publishing. I had no excuse. I was 19, 20 at that time. Like this is 12 years ago. And then I published I think I wrote and published my first book in under 21 days.
Wow.
And it was a really, really long book, like 250, 300 pages book.
Mm-hmm.
The second book that I published was, I think, 50, 60 pages in just
Okay.
3 days.
Wow.
And I realized that always people have this barrier that like, hey, whether this is gonna like, are people gonna really accept my book? Are people
Right.
really be finding value out of it? Am I really worthy enough to write a book? Um, just don't worry about it. Just simply write it, because you have a unique information and knowledge and wisdom that people might find value. Like you have gone from point A to point B. So
True.
whether it is a self-help book, or whether you are publishing a memoir or autobiography, or you are publishing a cookbook or a recipe book, exactly whatever it is, people are there. Just simply do the research and find out whether are people really looking for these type of content. If yes, then simply write and publish the book. For me, English was not my first language. um, I used to hate writing. I still hate writing. Right now, of course, whenever I write publish book, I never do it myself. There's someone else like who can interview me and write the book for me. But at that time, I wrote the book myself.
Right. Right.
Back then, my girlfriend, who was very good at academics and English grammar, so she did the proofreading and fixed the grammar. By the way, now she's my wife. So so yeah, so there should be no excuse. If I can write book, if I can publish book, and I can make
Right.
money out of it, then of course
Right.
you can do it. So initially, I wrote the book for myself. Then people start reaching out to me. I initially I help people with my coaching services.
Hmm.
Then, due to high demand, I switched to the service side, where now we provide services like we write the book for you, we do the editing, proofreading, designing, publishing, marketing,
Wow.
all done for you. We take the book
Ooh.
idea and make it a number one best-selling book in just 6 months, all done for you.
Wow.
So so this is the package, this is the service that we offer to
Love
the
it.
world.
You hear that, audience? Now, if you're not really paying attention, audience, what he's saying is everything he said in the beginning when you was writing in your notes. He does all this. He's the one-stop shop. So he doesn't have all that wisdom for no reason. So he's been through it, experienced it, and he has the proof. Like they always say, the proof is in the pudding. So formerly, formerly you were best-selling books. Now, before committing that purpose, which you were saying now, it just accidentally happened. Give us those books you mentioned. What was three of the best books that you had that got you to this point?
For my client's book, or for my own books?
Your own books, yes.
All right. So the first book that I published, it was under my pen name. That book I published was under like How to Sell House. The book title was 19 Days to Sell Your House. I don't recommend, by the way, I don't recommend people to write a book about those topics in which you don't have any expertise on. But just because I had some reasons, like I had to pay my bills, and I found that real estate and the selling a house was kind of a trending, like on
Right.
Google at that time. So I just picked that topic and I started writing a book.
Makes
What I
sense.
was good at was I was good at taking all the information that was available. For example, like how to sell a house. There were thousands and thousands of blogs that were available on the internet. Back then, there was not a lot of YouTube videos or not a lot of books on the topic,
Hmm.
but still, I read a lot of blogs. I read a lot of blogs, and then I compiled all the information and created that in a very easy to read way. Like the book title was 19 Days to Sell Your House. I explained exactly what to they do in
Hmm.
each and every day till 19 days, like what to do on day
Wow.
number one, day number two. I broken down into each of these steps.
Hmm.
So how to actually prepare the book, then how to um, list the book, sorry, how to prepare the house, how to list the house,
Hmm.
and how to what kind of pricing it is and how to show the house, all kind of thing, like explain it
Wow.
in 19 days. And it became like really, really successful. Now, by the way, like I have unpublished that book, but if you're going to search 19 days to sell your house, you might find the cover. You might also
Right.
see some of the good read reviews as well. Like people were finding it really valuable.
Right.
So that
Right.
was the first book. I that that did really, really good for me. I made a lot of money from that. That actually changed the direction. I saw the potential. I saw the opportunity over there in this
Right.
book publishing industry, and it was like kind of a domino effect. I didn't plan this, that this is going to be my passion or my mission to make other authors become published authors, but
Right.
now it is for me because uh, after helping a lot of people, I realized that with our service, we're not only helping our clients, we're also helping the readers who are reading their books. So it's kind of snowball effect, like, or ripple
Mhm.
effect that we are doing to the world. Like we are trying to change the world one book at a
Right.
time.
Correct. Yeah, you're that bridge to something that's hidden, and maybe someone is shy or not even educated of where to go. You're that bridge to make it easier and someone comfortable, to be able to get that word or that message out. Yes, that is correct. Now, writer versus publisher. Is it true that you could be both, or what is the difference? A lot of people don't know that, and they're not educated on what am I the writer or am I the publisher or what am I? Could you clarify that a little for us?
In this era of self-publishing, you can be both actually. You can be a book writer, you can be a publisher as well, like as self-published author. In For example, if with self-publishing, you'll be having an option to use your own imprint. Maybe you can use your own name as an publishing company name. If you have a
Mm,
company, you can use your company name as an imprint on the
okay.
book, or the publisher. This is what is possible with self-publishing. Those days are gone where you had to find an agent and then you had to wait for years and years to get accepted from traditional publishing
Right.
companies. And in most cases, in 99% cases, those books never got selected because
Mm,
they were, um, now of course self-publishing is changing it. Like now, uh, you can just, if you have a good book idea, if
mhm.
you finally are able to write the book, and if you have done the editing, publish, and proofreading, and you have the cover and file, all the files ready, you can become an author in less than 3 days.
Hmm.
You simply go to kdp.amazon.com, upload all the files. Amazon usually says that, like, once the file is ready, it
Right.
usually takes 72 hours. But I've seen that the book is usually published in around 24 hours. So in
Gotcha.
24 hours, you can become a published author if you're going with the
Wow.
self-publishing route.
Wow. Audience, you're getting all this. This is beautiful. Now, the mission to help 10,000 people turn their ideas into best-selling books by 2025. Let us know about that mission.
Yeah. So again, as I mentioned, that now it has become my mission. It wasn't my mission like 5 years ago, but now after working with a lot of people, I realized that this is the only way, like, I can um, serve this world and I can give back to people. Because with our um, clients' books, we're not only helping our client, we're also helping the readers who are going to
Yes.
be reading the book. And that's why I decided to um, jump on these kind of podcasts and YouTube videos. So those people who can't afford our services, and they want to do this themselves, still they can just simply get all this information and write the book themselves, publish the book, and become a published author and share their knowledge and wisdom and the message and ideas and stories with the world. So
Yes.
maybe with just our services, 10,000 books or 10,000 copies, like real authors are going could be difficult, but with the YouTube videos, with the podcast, it could be easy. So this is
Correct.
the plan, this is the goal that we want to achieve.
I love it. Now, beforehand, well, within your services, an audience, if you're listening, I know those who are listening that know me personally, definitely, I will be using the services. Definitely, this is something that's key and needed, and he is a one-stop shop. And I had a question for those who are listening, Vikrant, for those who are listening, and I mentioned to you the shelves that they have their book with recipes, and they were wondering like, how can I publish this? And they have the pictures. What would be a frame price you would think that they would expect for you to utilize you as a one stop shop with their pictures and the book together? To have it a finished product. What would be like the price range?
Yeah, with us, like, it again depends on exactly what kind of services you're going for. Like like if you're going to be breaking down the entire packages or entire
Mhm.
services, then usually it is more than 30 steps or 30 services. Like
Okay.
we interview you, we write the book for you in your authentic voice. We offer unlimited revision on that. We do the copy editing, proofreading. We do the author bio, author description, author picture. Like we do the editing for that as well. We assign
Right.
an ISBN number. We help you with the title and subtitle. And once the book description is ready, then we also take care of the book cover designing. And not only the ebook, we also take care of the paperback or the hardcover if it is required, or the audiobook as well.
Okay.
And then we take care of the book formatting for both ebook as well as the paperback version. Then we create the book trailer video. Then we publish the book. We distribute the book. With us, you
Wow.
retain all the rights, all the royalties of the book. We take care of the marketing, sales, reviews. We in the launch process, like it usually the book get at least 10 to 15 reviews so that the book looks really
Right.
good. And then once this is done, like we guarantee that the book is going to be number one bestseller on
Yes.
Amazon or Wall Street Journal, like depending on which package you're going for.
Right.
And like we guarantee that if you don't achieve that, like we offer you $100,000 money back. Like we pay you $100,000 if the book doesn't become number one bestseller. So all of these services takes more than like around 6 months process. And we have they're going to be more than 10 people
Mm.
or professional people like working on a book. So the service cost depends on exactly which package you're going for. But
Okay.
currently we have it can go from $15,000 to $30,000 depending on the type of services you're going after.
Yes, sir. Now, I do have all links for you in the show notes. For those who are listening, how would a process work once they tap on the link? Could you give us a brief of how the process and what would the spec for the next step with you?
Yeah. So in case if someone is interested in working with us, so they want to explore whether this is the right fit for them or not. So if they're going to visit authorsonmission.com, on the homepage itself, there are hundreds of testimonials and case studies, so like people like who have worked with us and exactly what was their experience working with us. If you resonate with that, and if, like we have got some clients like who um, have doubled their business using the book, who have gone on TV, podcast speakers, who have met really, really amazing people with the book and have helped thousands of people become successful speaker, all kind of stuff. They were able to achieve it using the book. And if you want to
Mm.
if you think that this resonates with you, simply book a call with us. On the homepage itself, there's a button where you can apply to work with us. And if you would be accepted, then of course we'll be having a call with you in less than 72 hours. In the end, um, if both of us think that this is the right fit, then of course we move to the next step. So these are the steps involved in talking to us and working with us.
Yes. And you guys listening, if it is too much to chew on you, he has shallow things for you to get you started. He also has a book, How to Write a Bestseller for you to get you started. Or he does also has a free book outline for you if you want to test the waters. Could you explain to them both of those features?
Yeah, so How to Write a Bestseller. I wrote this book, I think 2, 3 years ago, in before COVID, actually, I think. And I shared almost all the steps that are essentials in turning any book idea into a number one best-selling book, from scratch to bestseller. And entire process is there. In case if you want to do it yourself, you can simply go there, buy the book. It's on Amazon. And over there, I've provided a lot of resources, free guides, checklists, so that it can actually speed up the process for you. Then comes the outline quadrant. Like if you go to, I think, in the book itself, you'll be getting a outline quadrant. Basically, that outline quadrant gives you an overview of your book. Like it actually legitimates your book. It gives you more clarity on the book. Basically, just to give you a quick summary, it consists of 4 different elements: the book idea, why you want to write a book, who is the target readers, and the hook of the book, or I mean, what's the unique angle of the book. So these 4 elements, like if you really answer the right questions, like that is explained in the outline quadrant, then it actually helps you create the book outline, helps you with the actual book writing process, helps you with the book marketing step as well. So yeah, like I've covered all of these things in the book itself.
Yes, perfect. And you guys, all those are in the show notes. So feel free to tap in and get to know them. Everybody who's been asking me about the book process and all you shelves with the recipe books, this is the best way to go. You guys know I've been writing my book and trying to get mine to that next step on how to figure it out. And we still in the traditional way of thinking, like you mentioned. We're thinking of the old way of, getting your book to the next level, which we're not aware or educated of. And I want to thank you for joining us and giving us that information.
Oh, no problem.
Yes. Now, before we get you out of here, I know you're in India again. We're here, so it's daytime here, nighttime there. Audience, we're gonna find out this or that, and what Vikrant likes to do. Okay, so let the audience know a little about you. So the first one to find out this or that for you, Vikrant. When it comes to journaling, do you rather write out or type in audio your journal?
Yeah, so for me, I used to write it on the actual paper. Like it depends, right? For me, it completely depends on my mood.
Okay.
If I wanna, sometimes I'm in mood to just write it on a paper,
Okay.
like I have a diary. Sometimes I write it in like I have a note in my computer, like where I
Okay.
just type it, or sometimes in my phone.
Right.
Sometimes I just write all the ideas on the whiteboard that you see, like if you are seeing in the background. So
Right.
it depends. Like I don't just limit myself that hey, like if I'm gonna be writing, it's just gonna be on the piece of paper.
Okay.
It depends. For me, I'm in the mood like just in front of me, there's a bulletin board. Sometimes I just simply write the ideas and
Mm,
paste it over there. So I'm kind of a visual person. Like I prefer
right.
all the things. And it depends on my mood, like exactly where I want to keep my ideas.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm a whiteboard guy myself every day with my action plans, make sure I erase them off. And it's like I have five actually, and each five represent, different, aspects of things that I know I got to check off. Yeah. All right. So the next one, when it comes to your writing, as far as, writing to authoring or writing on your next book, do you prefer morning or night writing?
Mm. For me, I'm kind of a morning person. Like I
Yeah.
wake up in at around 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I do the morning workout and then I start just simply working. So for me, I find myself more
All right.
productive in the morning, but there were also times like where I was very, very productive in the night as well. Like I used to work till 3 a.m., 5 a.m.,
Right.
depending on exactly what I'm working on. If And I would highly recommend this platform, whether you are working in the morning or the evening, if you're
Mm,
going with the writing thing. I recommend this platform called focusmate.com.
mm,
Basically, it's a platform, kind of a Zoom or Riverside, where any other person from any other part of the world is going to join. It could be a 25-minute session or a 50-minute session.
mhm.
They share the goal with you. You share the goal with them, and you start working. So there's going to be
Wow.
a camera on. They'll be able to see you. You'll be able to see them, and you both of you will work for 50 minutes straight. So the idea behind this is you will keep yourself focused for the next 25 minutes or 50 minutes.
Hmm.
So nowadays, like it becomes very easy for you to check out your phone and just start going in the rabbit hole of the social media. But now with the help of FocusMate, you are kind of an accountable to this person. Once the 25-minute or 50-minute session is over,
Mhm,
then you have to tell the person whether exactly were you able to complete the goal or the task that you wanted to achieve.
mhm.
If not, exactly what kind of percentage. So you would regret if you want to go into the social media. They'll also share the whether they were able to achieve it or not. So
Wow.
again, just simply check it out,
Yeah.
focusmate.com. I think they provide 3 sessions for free every week.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think back then when I started, it was $5 a month.
Okay.
But now I think maybe they have increased the price to $10 a month. But it is
Right.
really, really worth it.
Wow. I bet it is effective. It is. And probably a good networking tool also. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Now, the next one is traveling, baby. When you come to the States, you're gonna see Las Vegas or New York first.
I would definitely go with Las Vegas first because
Yes, sir.
my wife, is just after me, like for the last 3 years that like, hey, just I'm gonna go visit Las Vegas. Like when are you gonna keep taking me? So Uh, we actually were planning this before COVID, but then COVID hits, and of course, all the
Right.
travel plans got over. Um, but like, definitely, we're going to be visiting Las Vegas first. I have heard that New York is very chaos and very rush,
Right. Right.
but um, but yeah, like I like the vibe of Las Vegas, so I definitely want to
Love it.
visit that.
Love it. See, you hear that now, and this show didn't gear that answer. He did that willingly. And keep the also know that Vikrant, when you could hear, man, you're welcome. We welcome you, and I would love to meet you when you get out here, and I would love to have you meet some people, take you to some places also out here.
Awesome, man. Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Yes, yes. So, man, I thank you. Now, I wanted to get in one thing also out there in India. And do you guys have some of the fast food joints we have? What are some you guys have out there? You guys have out
Yeah,
there?
so there are a lot of fast food joints over here. And there are so many fast food things that are very, very famous over here. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
whether you have heard about it. Like, uh, there's a momos. Momos is kind of a dumplings where this is filled with vegetables, and it is steamed. It looks like it tastes very, very good.
Uh-huh.
Then there are samosas. I don't know whether you know, like, it's a deep fried um,
Ooh.
uh, thing that is filled with potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's so many things. There's
Ooh.
so many things like
Man.
which that's very, very famous over
Right.
here in
Is
India.
it easy out there? Like, say, for instance, if you like you as a chef, like how we do out here, like if you had like, you know what, I have a dish, family recipe, I want to open up my business and shop. Is it easy out there to set up shop and open business and everything? It's, you know
I
how
think it
here
is.
it is.
I think it
Okay.
is. It is easy than definitely easy than US.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Gotcha.
like, especially the street foods that you, if you
Yes.
wanna start a street food business, it would be way more easy. Like, of course, you have to pay some maybe through government authorities, but you just simply take out a small van or something, or
Okay.
maybe you can just keep your entire stuff
Okay.
on something that actually can hold that. That's it. You
Gotcha.
can get started.
And it
If you
started.
have all, yeah, if you have all the things ready, you can get started in less than 24 hours.
Love it. But at the end of the day, it might be easier, but I think the process is the same. Everyone goal is to start on like a catering truck, the home,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
move up into a brick and mortar where you're paying
yeah, yeah.
rent and then you own your own building. I'm sure the process is the same, huh?
Actually, you know what? Like, it is the local street foods vendors.
Mm-hmm.
In most cases, like, they're more profitable than like restaurants nowadays.
Wow. Wow.
Because first of all, there are not a lot of staffs. There's no rent to pay.
Right.
And then again, if you open it in the right place, and if you are really, really offering good food, uh, and if there are crowd out there,
Right.
it would be way more profitable for you if you are a one or two person business.
Gotcha.
But of course, if you want to scale it, then the only way is to like open it a proper restaurants where you can automate it and you can have your staff like to run the business.
Right.
But if your goal is to just have one or two person like over there, and then I have seen that like it is way more profitable for, because the expenses are very, very low, very,
Makes
very, very
sense.
low.
Makes sense.
And if there are crowd out there, then of course people are gonna be like it would be very profitable for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys here, Vic Rent, man, out of India, straight out of India. I want to thank you. What city in India are you in?
I'm in Pune. So if the audience doesn't know, so there's a famous city over here called Mumbai.
Okay.
Um, Nearby Mumbai, there's Pune, which is again really very, very famous. It's famous also for the weather over here. Throughout the
Mm,
year, the weather is kind of the same, not so hot, not so cold.
wow.
Uh, we are surrounded by mountains. Just from balcony, I can see 7 mountains over here. So it's a really, really good place.
Beautiful. I have to come visit too. So I need to come
Definitely,
get you.
brother.
Yes,
For
yes,
sure.
yes. Now, before I get you out of here, let the audience know your social media for those who wants to get in contact with you on social media platforms. Let them know your social media platforms and then also the website.
Yeah, I'm usually active on LinkedIn. So if someone can just simply visit LinkedIn and search for Vikrant Shaurya. I think I'm the only person in this world with this name, so people can easily find me on LinkedIn. So yeah,
Yes. Yes. And if you guys listening, go directly to the show notes where you could go directly to the website. You also have his book and also the free outline that he has available for you guys. Vic Rant, man, I thank you. Is there anything you need to give a shout out to or want to say before we head out of here?
no, that's it. Thank you, man. Like it was really, really fun chatting with you. You're a very cool guy. Would definitely want to meet you like once we visit Vegas. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for making
Yes.
it very, very fun and easy for the conversation.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you sharing your wisdom for us out here in Las Vegas and across the world also that are listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, world. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this Friday. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your Friday. You drive careful out there and enjoy your summer. I love you. Make sure you download and make sure you guys check out Vic Rant. Let's get those books published, you guys. It's easier than you think. Let's get it done. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next Friday. Vic Rant, thank you, and I'll be talking to you soon, sir. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and download. Also, you can email us, email the show. Any questions, you can email us at visitvegasplaces@gmail.com, and that's visitvegasplaces@gmail.com. And you can also support the show. Support is always welcome. Make sure you can follow the link inside the show notes, and that is on Cash App, $Visit Vegas, $Visit Vegas. Follow us on all social media platforms, you guys, and that's at Visit Vegas Places, and that's whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next Friday at 12 noon Pacific Time Standard.